Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone, my name is Lursati Putria Zahra and my teammate is Grandi Haris Akira and Muhammad Fahmi Fahrudin will tell you about credit sales system. The first one is credit sales with corporate credit card, atau penjualan kredit menggunakan kartu kredit perusahaan. Activity description. The company can make credit sales with a credit card issued by the company. Customers will be given a credit card after going through a selection based on the ability to pay credit and character. On certain date, the company will charge the amount of the goods purchased by the credit card holder. Seperti yang terlihat pada bagan, jadi perusahaan akan mengeluarkan kartu kredit dan pemegang kartu kredit tersebut boleh membeli sesuatu dengan kartu tersebut. Setelah itu, perusahaan akan menagih kepada customer tersebut yang memiliki kartu kredit sesuai jumlah yang telah dihabiskan oleh customer tersebut. Related function. The first one is credit function. This function is responsible for providing credit cards by collecting information about the financial capabilities of prospective members, so that the possibility of uncollectible receivable can be reduced. Sales function. This function is responsible for serving customer needs for goods. Sales function have to fill out the sales invoice to carry out the delivery of goods to customer, and this function is in the hands of the sales orders. Warehouse function. This function is responsible for providing goods required by the customer as written in the sales invoice by the sales function. Shipping function. This function is responsible for delivering the goods as written on the sales invoice, and they also must have the customer's signature as proof of receipt of the goods. Accounting function. This function is responsible for recording the increase of customer receivable transaction to the account receivable card. This function also responsible for recording sales journals. Billing function. This function is responsible for making periodic billing statements to credit card holders. Information required by management. The first one is total sales revenue by product type or product group during a certain period of time. The second one is amounts receivable from each debtor from credit sales transaction. The next one is the total cash of product sold during a certain period. The next one is name and address of the buyer, the quantity of the product sold, the name of the salesperson who made the sale, and authorization of the competent authority. Dokumen use atau dokumen yang digunakan dalam sistem ini yaitu yang pertama adalah credit card sales invoice atau faktur penjualan kartu kredit. This card has a function to record credit sales transaction with a credit card. Page 1 and 2 contains the basis for making a bill. Page 3 contains order to the warehouse to prepare the items needed, and page 4 contains order for delivery of goods. The second one is bill. This invoice is a turnaround document. The contents are divided into documents that must be turned and the documents that must return with a check by the customer to the company. Accounting record use atau catatan akuntansi yang digunakan. The first one is sales journal. This journal has function to record sales transaction either in cash or credit. Jadi jurnal penjualan ini berfungsi untuk mencatat transaksi penjualan baik secara tunai maupun kredit. Accounts receivable card is a subsidiary book that contains details of the company's receivable to each of its debtor. Atau buku pembantu yang berisi rincian mutasi piutang perusahaan kepada tiap debiturnya. Warehouse card. This record is maintained by the warehouse function, which only contains data of the quantity of goods stored in the warehouse and their mutation. Jadi, kartu gudang ini hanya berisi data kuantitas barang yang disimpan di gudang beserta mutasinya. The network of procedures that make up the system atau jaringan prosedur yang membentuk sistem. The first one is sales order procedure. The sales function accepts orders from buyers and creates credit card sales invoice and sends them to other function in order to serve orders from buyer. Delivery procedure. After the warehouse function prepares the goods needed by the buyer, the shipping function will send the goods to the buyer according to the sales invoice. Receivable recording procedures. The accounting function records a copy of the credit card sales invoice to the accounts receivable card. Billing procedure. The billing function accepts credit sales invoice and files them alphabetically. Then periodically creates invoice and sends them to credit card holders. Sales record procedures. The accounting function records credit card sales transaction into a sales journal. Materi yang kedua yaitu credit sales system. Berbeda dengan yang pertama, materi pertama menjelaskan tentang penjualan kredit menggunakan kartu kredit perusahaan, sedangkan yang ini menjelaskan tentang sistem penjualan kredit secara umum. Activity description. Credit sales are made by sending goods according to the order received from the buyer, and for a certain period of time the company has a bill from the buyer. Generally, manufacturing companies sell their product with this credit sales system. Related function. The first one is sales function, and this function is responsible for receiving order letters from buyers, editing orders, requesting credit authorization, determining delivery dates, filling order letters, and creating back orders. The second one is credit function, is responsible for researching the credit status of the customer and granting credit authorization to the customer. Warehouse function is responsible for storing goods and preparing goods ordered by the customer and then handing them over the shipping function. Shipping function is responsible for delivering the goods on the basis of delivery order letter and guarantee that no goods came out from the company without authorization from the authorities. Billing function is responsible for creating and sending sales invoice to customer and providing invoice copies for accounting function. Accounting function is responsible for recording accounts receivable, making and sending receivable statements to debtors, making sales reports, and recording cost of inventory. Dokumen use atau dokumen yang digunakan yaitu delivery order letter and copies thereof atau surat order pengiriman dan tembusannya. Lalu yang kedua yaitu invoice and copies thereof atau faktur dan tembusannya. Yang ketiga yaitu recapitulation of cost of goods sold atau rekapitulasi beban pokok penjualan. This is a supporting document used to calculate the total cost of product sold during a certain accounting period. Jadi rekapitulasi beban pokok penjualan merupakan dokumen pendukung yang digunakan untuk menghitung total harga pokok produk yang dijual selama periode akuntansi tertentu. Memorial evidence atau bukti memorial is a source document for the basis of entry into general journals and recording the cost of product sold in a certain accounting period. Jadi bukti memorial merupakan dokumen sumber untuk dasar pencatatan ke dalam jurnal umum. Isi dari delivery order letter and copies thereof yang pertama yaitu mail order delivery is the first sheet of the delivery order letter to authorize the shipping function to deliver the goods as stated on the document. Lalu ada credit copy used to obtain a customer's credit status and to obtain a credit sales authorization from the credit function. Acknowledgement copy is to notify the customer that the order has been received and is in the process of being shipped. Bill of lading is a proof of delivery document from the company to the public transport company. To make it easier for customer to identify the goods they receive. Warehouse copy to prepare goods as list and record items sold in warehouse carts. Lalu ada sales order follow-up copy. Is a copy of the delivery order letter that is filled according to the date of the delivery. This archive is a source of information for making reports on customers' orders that have not been fulfilled. Lalu yang terakhir ada cross-index file copy is a copy of the delivery order letter that is filled alphabetically according to the customer's name to make it easier to answer questions from customer regarding the status of the order. Dan berikut contoh surat order pengiriman. Lalu isi invoice and copy stereo. Yang pertama yaitu customer copy, the first sheet that the billing function sent to the customer, and the second one is account receivable copy, is a copy of sales invoice to record receivable in account receivable card. Lalu ada sales journal copy, a copy of the basis for recording sales transaction in the sales journal. Lalu ada analysis copy, is a copy to calculate the cost of goods sold recorded in the inventory card for sales in analysis, and salesperson commission calculation. Lalu ada salesperson copy, is to notify that the order of a customer passing in his hand has been fulfilled so that he can calculate the commission for the sale due to him. Dan berikut adalah contoh faktur penjualan.
Accounting record use. The first, sales journal. These accounting records are used to record sales transactions, either in cash or on credit. If the company sells several kinds of products and management requires sales information by product type, a sales journal can be provided in the column to record sales by product type. And then account receivable card is a subsidiary ledger that contains information on the company's receivable from each customer. And then merchandise inventory card. Merchandise inventory card is a card that records all transactions related to the movement to or entry and exit of merchandise in a company. Warehouse card. This function as the identity of the stored goods to facilitate the search for goods and at the same time to record the movement of the quantity of goods. In the inventory card accounting function section, an inventory card is maintained, which is used to record the quantity and cost of goods stored in the warehouse. And the last is general journal. These accounting records are used to record the cost of products sold during a particular accounting period. The network of procedures that make up the system. The first, sales order procedure. The sales function takes order from buyer and adds information. And next is credit approval procedure. In this procedure, the sales function request credit sales approval to specific buyer of the credit function. Delivery procedure. In this is still in Indonesia. I'll translate it. In this function is billing function, creating sales invoice and shipping to buyers. Receivable recording procedure. In this procedure, the accounting function records copies of sales invoice into accounts receivable card, or in particular recording method and files copy document alphabetically, which function as account receivable records. Sales distribution procedure. In this procedure, the accounting function distributes sales data according to the information required by management. And the last is procedure for recording cost of goods sold. The accounting function records periodically the total cost of products sold in a given accounting period. These all the system charts for the network of procedures that make up the system. First is sales, credit, inventory, shipping, billing, receivable, and then the last is journal. Element of internal control. There are 3 elements. If you guys want the explanation of this, element you can read in the book page 176 till 180. Okay, sales return system. Sales return system. The first is related function. First, sales function. In a sales transaction, the sales function is responsible for receiving notification regarding the return of goods that have been purchased by the buyers. And then reception function. This function is responsible for the receipt of goods based on the authorization contained in the credit memo received from the sales function. Warehouse function. This function is responsible for the return of goods received from sales return after the goods are checked by the receiving function. And then accounting function. This function is responsible for recording sales return transaction in general journal or sales return journals, and recording reduced inventory due to sales return in account receivable card and inventory card. There are several information that required by sales return system. The first, amount money from sales return according to the type of product or product group during a certain period of time. Then the amount of receivable is reduced due to sales return, the total cost of product from inventory returned by the buyer's name and address, the quantity returned by the buyer, name of the salesperson who sells the product returned by the buyer, and the last, authorization from the authority. Accounting record use is general journal or sales return journal, account receivable card, inventory card, and warehouse card. And these are the journal. Sales return on the debit side, account receivable on credit side, to record decrease in revenue and receivable due to sales return transaction. Inventory in debit side, cost of goods sold in credit side, to record additional cost of finished product inventories and reduce cost of goods resulting from sales return transaction.
Network procedure in sales return system, atau dalam bahasa Indonesianya adalah jaringan prosedur dalam sistem rekor penjualan. So, the network procedure in the sales return system consists of three things listed below. Namely, the procedure of making the memo or credit memo creation procedure, which means that the sales function creates a credit memo that gives order to the receiving function to receive goods from the buyer, and to the accounting function to record receivables reduction to the buyer from the buyer concerned. Next, we had a good receipt procedure. Good receipt procedure, namely the function for receiving goods from the buyer based on orders from credit memos received from the sales function. Third, we had sales return recording procedure, namely the transaction of record, reducing accounts receivable and sales revenue as a result of sales return transaction recorded by the accounting function into general journal or sales return journal and into the accounts receivable subsidiary book. Sistem prosedur jaringan dalam sistem rekor penjualan terdiri dari tiga, yaitu proses pembuatan memo kredit, yang artinya fungsi penjualan membuat memo kredit yang memberikan perintah kepada fungsi penerimaan untuk menerima barang dari pembeli. dan kepada fungsi akuntansi untuk mencatat pengurangan piutang kepada pembeli yang bersangkutan. Yang kedua adalah prosedur penerimaan barang, yaitu fungsi penerimaan barang, menerima barang dari pembeli berdasarkan perintah dari memo kredit yang diterima dari fungsi penjualan. Kemudian ada prosedur pencatatan retur penjualan, yaitu transaksi berkurangnya piutang dagang dan pendapatan penjualan akibat dari transaksi retur penjualan dicatat oleh fungsi akuntansi ke dalam jurnal umum atau jurnal retur penjualan dan ke dalam buku pembantu piutang. Jadi ini adalah contoh sales return journal atau jurnal return penjualan. Selanjutnya kita akan membahas tentang internal controlling elements atau unsur pengendalian internal. Internal controlling elements consist of three things. Therefore, there are organization, authorization system, and recording procedure, and healthy practice. Jadi, unsur pengendalian internal terdiri dari tiga, yaitu organisasi, sistem otorisasi dan prosedur pencatatan, dan praktik yang sehat. In organization, we have three things. First, sales function must be separate from receiving function. Jadi, dalam organisasi ada tiga bagian, yaitu satu, fungsi penjualan harus terpisah dari fungsi penerimaan. Second, accounting function must be separate from sales function. Fungsi akuntansi harus terpisah dari fungsi penjualan. Third, sales return transaction must be executed by sales function, receiving function, and accounting function. Yang ketiga adalah transaksi retur penjualan harus dilaksanakan oleh fungsi penjualan, fungsi penerimaan, dan fungsi akuntansi fungsi akuntansi. Yang kedua adalah authorization system and recording procedure atau sistem otorisasi dan prosedur pencatatan. Sistem otorisasi dan prosedur pencatatan ini memiliki dua syarat, yaitu a sales return is automated by the sales function by putting an authorization signature in the credit memo. Yaitu retur penjualan diotorisasi oleh fungsi penjualan dengan membubuhkan tanda tangan otorisasi dalam memo kredit. Second, the recording of reduced receivables due to sales return is based on credit memo supported by a goods received report. Yang kedua adalah pencatatan berkurangnya piutang karena retur penjualan didasarkan pada memo kredit yang didukung dengan laporan penerimaan barang. Yang ketiga adalah healthy practice atau praktik yang sehat. Praktik yang sehat ini memiliki tiga syarat, yaitu first, credit memo serial number printed and is used to accounted for by the seller function. Memo kredit bernomor urut tercetak dan pemakaiannya dipertanggungjawabkan oleh fungsi penjualan. Second, periodically the accounting function sends a receivable statement to each debtor to test the accuracy of accounts receivable records maintained by the function. Yang kedua, secara periodik fungsi akuntansi mengirim pernyataan piutang kepada setiap debitur untuk menguji ketelitian catatan piutang yang diselenggarakan oleh fungsi tersebut. Third, periodically accounts receivable card reconciliation with accounts receivable control account in the general ledger is held. Yang ketiga adalah secara periodik diadakan rekonsiliasi kartu piutang dengan akun kontrol piutang dalam buku besar. Jadi ini adalah bagian alir dokumen sistem return penjualan or sales return system document flowchart. So here you can see. Okay, next. Selanjutnya kita akan membahas tentang kombinasi prosedur order pengiriman dan prosedur penagihan. In English, we call it combination of order delivery procedures and billing procedures. Combination of order delivery procedures and billing procedures consists of 4 parts, which is first, separate order and billing procedures. Second, unit complete pre-billing procedures. Third, unit shipping order procedures. Fourth, incomplete pre-billing procedures. Jadi kombinasi prosedur order pengiriman dan prosedur penagihan terdiri dari 4, yaitu prosedur order pengiriman dan prosedur penagihan terpisah. Kedua, prosedur pra penagihan lengkap. Ketiga, prosedur order pengiriman satuan. Keempat, prosedur pra penagihan tidak lengkap. And now I'm gonna explain about separate order and billing procedures. Separate order and billing procedures dalam bahasa Indonesia adalah prosedur pengiriman dan penagihan terpisah. Jadi penjelasannya adalah sales invoice creation and a copy thereof is done separately from creating a delivery order letter and a copy thereof. Jadi dalam prosedur ini pembuatan faktur penjualan dan tembusannya dilakukan secara terpisah dari pembuatan surat order pengiriman dan tembusannya. Kondisi cocok untuk melakukan prosedur ini adalah if the company needs to input various kinds of technical information related to the product in delivery order letter. Jadi kondisi yang cocok adalah jika perusahaan perlu mencantumkan berbagai macam informasi teknis yang bersangkutan dengan produk di dalam surat order pengiriman. Next, we explain about unit shipping order procedure atau prosedur order pengiriman satuan. Explanation is for each item listed in the order from the customer, the sales function creates delivery order letter. Jadi prosedur ini untuk setiap barang yang tercantum di dalam order dari pelanggan, oleh fungsi penjualan dibuatkan satu surat order pengiriman. Jadi jika pelanggan memesan 3 jenis barang, if the customer make 3 kind of goods, fungsi penjualan membuat 3 lembar surat order. So sales function make 3 letter of order.